Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into an absolute giant of literature, Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. Now, you've probably heard it's this epic, tragic love story, right? Well, that's true, but we're about to see why that's only half the picture.
The book kicks off with this line. Seriously, one of the most famous openings ever written. And wow, does it set the stage. It tells you right away that this is a story about family, marriage, and all the unique, complicated ways that they can fall apart. And right there, that's the secret sauce. This is the genius of the novel. See, Tolstoy isn't just telling one story. He's actually weaving two totally different lives together to get at some of the biggest questions we all face. So this brings us right to the core of how this book is built. It's all about this powerful contrast between two very different people.
So on one side you have Anna Karenina. Her story is just this whirlwind of passion, of breaking all the rules, and ultimately of tragedy. But running right alongside her story is Konstantin Levin. He's this country landowner whose whole journey is this quiet, philosophical search for how to live a good life. Their paths almost never cross, but their stories are constantly in conversation.
Okay, so let's start with the story everyone thinks they know, the one that gives the book its name.
Anna is just one of the most fascinating characters you will ever meet. And what's amazing is that Tolstoy never lets you see her as just a simple victim or some selfish villain. She's brilliant, she's full of life, but she's completely trapped in a loveless marriage that's all about status. What she wants, more than anything, is something real.
And her whole life is basically caught between two men. First, there's her husband, Karenin. Think cold, public duty, zero emotion. He's a man who's basically frozen on the inside. And then, in walks Count Vronsky. Dashing, exciting, and he seems to be offering the exact kind of all-consuming, passionate love she's been dreaming of. Her story just unfolds in this devastating three-part tragedy. It all starts with this instant magnetic attraction that leads to an affair. Then, she makes the incredibly bold move to defy society and choose love over everything else. But that choice leads to her being totally shunned, and she spirals into jealousy and despair, realizing that maybe passion alone isn't enough to build a life on.
All right, so now let's flip the coin and look at the other major storyline, the one that gives us a completely different vision for a meaningful life.
Meet Konstantin Levin. He's nothing like Anna's world. He's kind of awkward, he's always full of doubt, and he'd rather be on his farm than at some fancy party. A lot of people believe Levin is basically Tolstoy's stand-in, asking the questions that the author himself was wrestling with.
So, while Anna is trying to find freedom by breaking away from everything, Levin is trying to find it by digging in. His journey is all internal. His trying to figure out, how do you live an authentic life? And he looks for answers in the land, in family, and in faith. And a huge piece of this puzzle for him is his relationship with a woman named Kitty. Now, their love story is not some fiery explosion like Anna and Vronsky's. It's messy, it's full of misunderstandings, but it grows into something real, stable, and lasting. It's Tolstoy's idea of a love that can actually survive in the real world. Okay, so when you put these two lives, Anna's and Levin's, side by side, that's when the book really forces you to think about some of life's biggest questions. The whole novel really circles around this one huge question. Anna bets her entire life on the answer being yes. Levin's story, well, it suggests something entirely. It's almost like Tolstoy gives us three different models of a relationship to choose from. You've got the passionate, all-consuming, but destructive love of Anna and Vronsky. You have the messy, imperfect, but ultimately meaningful partnership of Levin and Kitty. And then you have the socially perfect but emotionally empty marriage of Anna and her husband. It's the whole spectrum of human connection. And man, this book is also just a brutal takedown of social hypocrisy. The world Anna lives in is all about keeping up appearances, and it comes down on her like a ton of bricks for her affair. But Vronsky, the guy who did the exact same thing, he pretty much gets a pass. It's this incredible commentary on double standards that, let's be honest, still feels really familiar today.
And all of this boils down to one central conflict that I think we all wrestle with: the clash between our own personal freedom and our sense of moral responsibility. It's that constant battle between what I want for myself versus what I owe to the people around me.
So, okay, let's get real. Why should we still read a massive 800-page Russian novel from the 1870s? What's in it for us today?
The answer is actually pretty simple. It's because Tolstoy's understanding of how people think and feel is just breathtaking. It's like he was a mind reader.
He gets so deep inside his characters' heads, their hopes, their fears, their little self-deceptions, that it feels like he could have written it yesterday.
Now, full disclosure, it's not exactly a beach read. The length can be a bit much, and some of Levin's philosophical chapters can feel slow. But the payoff? It's huge. The incredible characters and the sheer psychological depth make it one of the most rewarding reading experiences you can have.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that Anna Karenina is so much more than just a tragic love story. It's a gigantic, ambitious book about, well, everything. It's about love and faith, family and society, and that universal search we're all on to live a life that actually matters.
And that is why it is, without a doubt, a 5-star masterpiece. No question about it.
And in the end, the novel leaves you with this enormous, unsettling question that mirrors the two paths of Anna and Levin. And here's the thing, Tolstoy doesn't give you an easy answer. And that's exactly why Anna Karenina is a book that stays with you, that you'll think about long, long after you turn that final page.